Once upon a time, there was a little boy and a little girl. The boy's name was Christopher, and the girl's name was Kate. And they were walking through the woods. They were going to see their grandma who lived through the woods. So they said to their mummy, "Mummy, we're going to see Grandma, and we're going through the woods." So Mummy said, "You have to be very, very careful, and you're not to go near the haunted house." So the little boy says, "Okay, Mummy," and the little girl says, "Okay, Mummy. Well, we'll be careful." So Mummy says, "Okay, I'll watch you go through the first part." So the little boy and the little girl set off, and they went down through the little track along the path. And after a little while, it started thundering and lightning. A big wind and a loud noise. And then the little boy said, Kate, we must go to that old house over there. We'll get in the house to get away from the rain, because it's raining." So they both ran towards this old house, and they went in through the door, and little boy Chris said, "Okay, Kate, let's stand here out of the rain." So they were standing there and looking out the doorway, when all of a sudden they heard a funny, weird noise. And there were lots of splashes of rain coming through the door. So they went back further, and all of a sudden one of the doors opened and slammed. Boom! And the little girl jumped, and she said, "What was that, Chris?" And Chris said, "I don't know." So they went closer to the door so they could get out. But all of a sudden they heard footsteps coming up the stairs. Bonk, 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 bonk. And a door slammed. So Chris looked at the little girl and said, "What was that, Kate?" And Katie said to her brother, "I don't know. That was a funny noise. There's no one in the house, is there?" And Chrissy said, "No, I don't think so." Then all of a sudden they heard a cat meowing. Then they heard a dog barking.
Dog barking.
Katie said, "What was that? I didn't see any pussycats or doggies." And Chris said, "No, neither did I." Oh gosh. Then all of a sudden they heard a horse coming. Then it stopped, and they looked at each other and said, "Maybe Grandad's coming along on his horse to collect us." But you looked out the door and there was nothing there. Then all of a sudden there was a fiendish laugh. A high... What was that? And then they looked up the stairs, and there was a skeleton coming down. Clonk, 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 gnash, gnash, gnash. Hear the bones rattling? Phew. They looked again and he was gone. So all of a sudden they heard someone saying, "Chrissy, Kate, where are you?" And it was Grandad coming to look for them because Mummy phoned and said, "Are the children there yet?" Grandma said, "Nope, we haven't seen them." "Why?" "Well, they left about 20 minutes ago and it's raining and we were scared. Haven't you seen them?" So Grandma said, "No." "Grandad, you better go and look for them." So Grandad got on his coat and got his hat and his
You're
walking
right, I
stick.
have to... That's the... I have to... I just have to clean it.
Yes, that's right. Anyhow, Grandad came along the track through the forest, and then he heard a horse coming.
Just a minute.
He heard a horse coming, and then they opened the door and looked out, and they both said,
Grandad!
"We pleased to see you."
We're pleased to see you.
And Katie said, "Grandad."
Grandad!
Okay.